Hello, dear students. I, Vaishali Jadhav, working as an assistant professor at KTHM College, Nasik. Welcome you all in our online lecture series. I am going to conduct the lectures of the subject Fundamentals of Computers. This subject, 4 credits are allotted to this subject, and these 4 credits are divided into internal and external pattern. Internal exam, internal evaluation, it carries 50 marks and external evaluation will be of 50 marks. This internal evaluation is again bifurcated into internal assessment and 20 marks for practical exam. Under internal assessment, you have to give certain assignment, certain group discussions or internal exam will be conducted. And for 20 marks, you have to do one practical. So let us start with our first unit, that is Introduction to Computer. Under this unit, we are going to learn the concept of computer. What do you mean by computer? And various features or characteristics of computer. Nowadays, we all are using computer system. But what basically the computer is? The computer, it is an electronic device which performs various arithmetic as well as logical operations. Arithmetic operation means regular mathematical operations, that is plus, minus, addition, multiplication, division, as well as it do the comparative operations like less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to, etc. The computer system, it performs various activities, it performs various functions like receiving of data, processing of data, and storing of data. Receiving data means it accepts the input, it accepts the instructions and data from the user or from external environment. It performs processing, means it performs some calculations, arithmetic operations or logical operations. Then it stores that data. Whenever these operations are being carried out in the computer system, it stores the input as well as output and intermediate data. Here we can see the rough sketch of computer system. Data and program means whatever we provide the input, whatever instructions, number, text we entered, that is known as data. Then it performs certain operations or calculations. Whatever instructions are given by the user, that may be some calculation, comparison that are performed. And then it provides the final result, which is known as output. Now we'll see various features or characteristics of the system. The computer is an automatic device. Then next is accuracy, speed, diligence, then versatility, storage capacity, no IQ, and absence of feeling. Now let us discuss one by one. The computer is an automatic device. We have to give only instructions, we have to give only commands to the computer system, and all these calculations, all these operations are performed by the computer system. Then next is accuracy. Whatever calculations are performed by the computer, they are very, very accurate. See, when we do certain calculation, can do it up to 2 decimal places, like the value of 22/7. We consider it as only 3.14. But the computer system find the answer, it calculate the answer up to 29 or 30 digits. Means whatever calculation is done by the computer system, it is very, very accurate. And it is very useful for the research or the scientist, where point not one value is also important. Then next one is speed. Computer is a very fast device. The speed of the computer, it is measured in Mbps or kbps, which is much more than the speed of the human being. If a particular person, if he required to work for 10 hours or 15 hours to do certain calculation or thousands of calculation, if an individual person, he wants to perform thousands of calculation, then it may require 6 days, 7 days, or 1 week. But that calculations can be performed by the computer within a minute. We have to enter the formula only once, and that formula will be automatically copied by the system, and we get the output within few minutes. Then diligence. Without getting tired, the computer can work for a number of hours. We human being, we get tired or frustrated after working for 3 hours or 4 hours. But the computer, he can work for 10 hours or 15 hours. Even human being, he get tired by giving instructions or commands to the computer system. But the computer work with the same speed, same accuracy. Then versatility. Versatility means it can perform multiple tasks at a time. Means if you are working in Microsoft Word and immediately you remember that you have to send certain mail, you just minimize that Word document. You can send email to the other person. You can capture the images. You can download certain files. Means at the same time, the computer can perform multiple tasks, different type of tasks with the same accuracy and with the same speed. Then storage capacity. The computer has a huge storage capacity. It can store the data in gigabytes or even in terabytes. And whenever you require, you can retrieve that information. Even after 10 years, you want that information. And if it is saved on your computer or your hard disk, you can retrieve that information after 10 years. Then no IQ. But the computer, he does not take his own decision. He has no emotions. He is not able to take its own decisions. Means there is absence of feeling in the computer system. He can perform the task or he can perform the operations according to the instructions given by the programmer, given by the user. He does not think that, okay, now my work is over, I can do another work. Whatever instructions are given to him, that perform the operations according to that instructions only. So it has no IQ, no emotional feelings. Now we'll see the block diagram of computer system. Means what are the different components of computer. The first one is input unit, then memory unit or storage unit, control unit, and arithmetic logic unit. Last one is output unit. Actually, memory unit, there are two types of memories, primary memory and secondary memory. So here we will consider both. Memory unit means primary and storage unit means we will consider secondary storage devices. Now we'll see the function of each device. What are the functions or what are the features of input unit, output unit or control unit. So these are the various components of computer system. Input unit, or we can say it as input device, output device, memory unit and CPU, that is central processing unit. The central processing unit, it comprises of memory unit, arithmetic logic unit and control unit. So first, input unit. The input unit or input device, it accepts or it receives the data and instruction from the external environment. Means it receives the instructions from the user or from the programmer. Here data, here we have to use two concepts, data and information. Data means raw fact. Whatever numbers, whatever text, whatever string you are entering, that is known as data. Means it is without processing. And information means when we process on the data, when we apply certain commands, certain instructions on that data, we will get some specific information, specific data. That is known as information. For example, if you consider the marks of a student in 6 subjects, so just marks, it is the data. But when we perform the calculation, when we perform the addition and when we calculate the percentage, we will get the information. Means from that percentage, we can conclude or we can say that that student has scored first class or second class. So information is meaningful. We can conclude something from the information, and data, it is in the raw form. So basic function of input device is to accept the data and instruction from the user, from the external environment. Now whatever data, whatever instructions we are entering, that are in the form of English or it is in the user readable form. But computer does not understand this language. So input unit convert this data and instructions into computer acceptable form, that is in the machine form, or it is known as binary language. This conversion is done by input device. And that converted data means that data in the machine language format, that is sent to memory unit or arithmetic logic unit for further processing. Here you can see the various examples of commonly used input devices like keyboard, mouse, joystick, trackball, scanner, touchscreen, etc. We have to learn all these devices in the coming sessions. Means the brief information, what is keyboard, how many keys are there, what are the different types of mouse, different types of scanners, touchscreen, where it is used, that we have to learn in the coming sessions. Now the next is output unit. It is just reverse of the input unit. What input unit do? It accept the data from the user and it provides to the computer system. Output device, it accept the data which is produced by the computer. Means whatever processing, whatever calculations are done, that data is accepted, that data is received by the output unit. Now this data will be in machine language, in binary language. And this binary language is not understood by us, not understood by human being. So what output unit does? It converts that coded data, coded information into human acceptable form. That is in the English language or in whatever language you have entered the data. And after converting, it provide the data to the outside world. Means you can see the result on the monitor. So this is the function of output unit. It accepts the result produced by the computer, it converts it into human readable language and supply it to the external environment or external user. These are the various examples of output unit. Monitor, which is very commonly used device, then plotter, speaker, printers and projectors. And memory unit. Now memory unit, it is the primary memory which comprises of random access memory and read-only memory. So whatever data is entered by the input unit, that data is stored in the memory unit. And whatever information is there, means the calculations done by the ALU, that calculations are also stored in memory unit. Means memory unit, it stores your input, output or the processed data or the data during the processing. All that are stored in the memory unit. But it is stored for a temporary period of time, for a short period of time. And as soon as we give the next instruction, next command, the whatever data is stored in primary memory, that get vanished and new data will be stored in that memory. These are the examples of memory. Now hard disk, then RAM, that is random access memory, read-only memory, compact disk, that is CD, floppy disk, memory card, pen drive. These are the various storage devices. Now the most important part of computer is CPU, that is central processing unit. It is the brain of computer system. Without CPU, there will be no any calculation or no any functioning can be performed by the CPU. Again, that CPU is divided into two categories, two components, that is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, and CU, that is control unit. Now this arithmetic logic unit, it performs all the arithmetic and logical operations. As I have told, arithmetic operation means basic mathematical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, as well as logical operations and comparative operations, means less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, or the logical operations, that is and, means when we have to compare two different things, marks greater than 60 and less than 70. These logical operations are also performed through ALU. And then CU, that is control unit. Actually control unit, it is the we can say manager of your computer system. It does not involve in any activity, but it activates and it controls the operations of other devices. Means it controls overall operations of input unit, output unit, ALU, memory unit. All these operations are controlled by this control unit. Means it accept the data, means what operations are to be performed, in what sequence they are to be performed. All these decisions are taken by control unit. Okay, so these are the this is the block diagram of computer and various components or various parts of computer system. So in today's lecture, we have learned the concept of computer. What do you mean by computer? The features of computer system, the characteristics of computer system, then block diagram of computer, means what are the different components of computer and its brief information, means what are the functions of input unit, what are the functions of memory unit, output unit, all that we have discussed in today's lecture.